Hey there everybody, Phixfox here. Today I am excited to share a really cool story with all of you. As many of you know, I am a huge fan of the Heroes in Might and Magic series. It's a game that I've been playing for years and years, but what's even more special than the game is that the community that formed around the game is of the highest quality and the toppest of tiers. Through my love of Heroes, I've been able to connect with players from all around the world. And one of those players is a gentleman named Tundar who lives in the UK. We started chatting about the game online, and over time we've become good friends even though we've never met in person. Well, a little while ago, Tundar decided that he wanted to send me a special care package, and when it arrived, I was blown away. Inside were all kinds of amazing treats from the UK. Cookies, candies, crisps, you name it. It was such a thoughtful and generous gift, and it really shows how gaming can bring people together, even across borders. So, in today's video, I'm going to be trying out all of these delicious British snacks for the first time, and I will admit I did not get to every single one of them in the box. Maybe that just means that there's a part 2. But one way or the other, I am so excited to experience a little taste of the UK right here in the US, all thanks to my friend Tundar. So join me on this international adventure. This is going to be a fun one. Thanks. All right, so we're going to go through some of these things from Tundar and just kind of have a little bit of a fun time, just enjoying them, seeing what we have. So starting off, we've got this Space Invaders corn chip pickled onion, and it just look at the bag. Just in case you're wondering, I've got the ability to seal up all these bags. I've got like a little resealer, so I'm not just going to be a glutton. First impressions, definitely smells like pickled onion. It's definitely in like this little alien sort of headspace here, if you can tell. Definitely looks like an alien. Oh, that's great. The pickled is not too strong, and the onion's not too strong either. I'm mostly getting corn chip. Next up, we got Tangy Toms. I'm struggling to see exactly. It's going to be like another corn chip sort of crisp, but Tangy Toms, tomato flavored corn snacks. It's like a little cheese ball almost, except again, tomato flavored. Wow, that is interesting. They've really nailed down the tomato soup. I like that taste. Tell you what I could see. I could see me actually mixing a bag of this with a bag of like the big cheese ball ones, and just, you know, having like a little surprise every handful you take, having a mix of the cheese and the tomato soup. For some reason, I think that would be like amazingly good. As it stands, good taste. I also have to say, this is a taste that you don't really find in America. Like something about like a Americanized palate. I can tell that there's not nearly as much sugar in this as American snacks typically do. American snacks, typically they just load up on sugar because that's how they get you hooked. Next up, Transform a Snack. Oh my gosh, I opened up the bag and instantly it smells very barbecue-y. This tastes like a barbecue sauce that I've never really had before. Maybe like a North Carolina actually. This actually tastes a little bit like a North Carolina barbecue sauce. There we go. Closest to a North Carolina barbecue sauce. Okay, cool. Next up, we've got mini chips. Real potato snack, little salt and vinegar flavored crisps. Oh, and they're so itty bitty. Look how tiny these are. Look, like, it's hard for me to just show you. They're so itty bitty tiny. They look like the tiniest French fries I ever saw ever. As far as taste goes, whoa! Holy salt and vinegar. Man, that might be the saltiest and vinegariest treat I've ever had in my life. I'm gonna have one more little bit. Oh, man. Oh. Okay, this one looks super interesting, and I don't really know what to make of it. Bobby's Prawn Cocktail Spirals. So this is like a potato starch and potato sort of a deal, but I don't think it's like deep fried or anything like that. It says it's suitable for vegetarians, so when it says prawn cocktail, I don't actually know what that means. Prawn cocktail. Smell is interesting. The smell, that's got to be one of the vegetable oils. It reminds me of when I used to work in a potato processing plant. Like it reminds me of some of the smells you would smell in there. That's a flavor. You know, it's not quite what I would think I would get like myself typically, but I could totally see how this is like a taste that people would really enjoy. Huh. You're putting some of that seafood kind of flavor into this and still vegetarian. How did you manage that? That seems a little odd to me, but we will go with it. Next up, we've got Monster Munch, sweet and spicy. So this sweet and spicy Monster Munch, I hate to say it, but it actually does not look like it survived the trip here. It had a blowout in the very, very bottom. I'm still going to give this a shot, but I'm probably not going to keep this around much longer. Oh yeah, the bag definitely split when it was in transit. It's getting more spicy after I've kind of swallowed it, and I'm not much of a spicy kind of a guy. But like the sweet spot definitely came through just right off the bat. And then it's weird to put a sweet and spicy in a potato product sort of chip. This is not a typical American sort of thing that I would plan on. But here's a bigger bag of the Monster Munch, and this one's pickled onion. Yeah, look at this. So there's 6 individually wrapped containers of this one. That right there, it says Walkers on it. That logo is the exact same as Lay's. I've got to look this up real quick. Walker's Crisps and Lay's Crisps are not exactly the same things, although they are both very similar. Both brands offer a range of potato chips and savory snacks. So yeah, Walker's and Lay's are basically the same thing, but it says that the main difference is that the Lay's Crisps, that they're marketed under different names in different parts of the world. Walker's is the brand name used in the UK and Ireland, and Lay's is the brand name used in most of the other countries in the world, including the UK, or rather the United States, Canada, and Australia. Back to the Monster Munch from the Walker's brand, Lay's brand chips. Okay, so this is pickled onion again. You know, this pickled onion tastes pretty much the exact same as the Space Invaders pickled onion. Like, I don't think I could tell the two apart if I tried them side by side. Yeah, I really couldn't tell you the difference. So I think that does it for all of the chips, all the crisps, right? So now I think that we're going to be on to like some of the cookies that got sent here. This is the Hobnobs, the Odie one, milk chocolate, twin pack variety. Oh my goodness. That smells good. It smells like real chocolate. The problem with American chocolate is that American chocolate's very waxy. This is not waxy at all. Oh. Oh, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh. Jake. Tundar. This is delicious. Holy cow. It's almost like got the consistency of like a ground up graham cracker and then covered in chocolate, but it's held together. It's bound much differently. Folks, McVitie's Hobnobs are officially a top tier. This is definitely my favorite thing I've had so far. And I kind of knew as soon as I saw oats, I knew I'd be a fan of it, but So now we're going to keep it here with the McVitie's Toasties. So McVitie's brand Toasties. And these, I don't know, these look kind of like maybe like a butter cookie. Dude, American food sucks. This is so good. This is so good. Like if Girl Scouts sold these outside of like, you know, your grocery store as you're trying to get away, and you like don't make eye contact with the Girl Scouts so that you don't end up buying a $10 box of cookies. If they had these, I think I would support the Girl Scouts a little bit more often. Not gonna lie, this is wonderful. Good stuff. We have another variety of McVitie's Toasties. This one's going to be a bourbon cream. Oh, cool. It's got a cool like little tear thing, but now the whole package is open. I don't think I can reseal this one. Interesting. So it's like a sandwich cookie. It reminds me kind of like of Keebler brand sandwich cookies. Just at the first look. It's almost, I don't think it's like bourbon flavored. So it's a chocolate biscuit and the filling is chocolate as well. And it's like a really nice light chocolate. This is the exact kind of thing that milk and cookies coming together was made for. I don't know, maybe it's a kind of biscuit that you would eat and then just have a nice taste of milk or tea. We're to the point where I'm starting to recognize that if I have enough of everything, that's actually going to be bad. Like, I don't know. I wasn't hungry when I started doing this, but I'm definitely going to be full by the end. That's for sure. So we have to limit ourselves to like half a bite. And there's a few things I've been like, oh, I need to try like a little bit more of that. If I do that for everything, we're going to have problems. So let's not do that. Next up, we got some more McVitie's. This is gonna be the Jaffa cakes. I'm not sure what Jaffa is. Shout out to the nibblers, the top downers, the inside outers, the let it melt in your mouthers, the all the way arounders, the inside excavators, and the gone in one biters. Dude, I'm at least one of those. And these ones, it looks like they've got chocolate on the bottom, and then it almost looks like a gingerbread almost. Does it snap like gingerbread? No, it's very, oh my goodness, look at this. So it's actually very soft. It's more like a Nilla wafer, if you know what that is. And then it looks like we have a sort of chocolate in the very center. And then it's just like there's like a chewy sort of deal on the ridgeline at the top of the cookie. There you go. So it tastes like orange. It's very nice and orangey. This is a really good cookie. I could see this is the kind of cookie that you take a bite of, you don't do a fistful, right? Like you have one or two of these. It's kind of a pick-me-up when you're having a rough day, like a little bit of like a treat for yourself. Next up, we've got Quality Street. Quality Street, it looks like this is like a chocolate kind of variety here. Green triangle and like a toffee penny and coconut eclairs and strawberry delights, orange crunches, fudge, caramel swirl, the purple one. Yeah, so it's like a whole box of them. Oh my gosh, yeah. Just straight up little chocolate piece. Ah, alas, it was coconut. And I do love coconut. That's wonderful. Oh boy, we're back to McVitie's. This is gonna be the Penguin brand. 14 family pack chocolate flavor cream filled biscuit bars with milk chocolate flavor coating. Holy cow, this is such a huge bar. Like it's thicker than like if you have your standard Hershey's bar, and I know that everything is getting shrinkflationed, but this is way bigger than one of those. Yeah, it breaks apart. You just have this kind of nice center. A lot of cookie. So I have to tell you this feels a little bit interesting because the cookie is a much higher quality than I am used to, but the chocolate, it almost has that sort of aftertaste that I would expect from like dollar store candy. Around here we got, you know, dollar stores or like $5 stores. It almost tastes like dollar store chocolate, so very different than the other chocolates we've had so far, but the cookie is so many miles better than most of the cookies that we have around here that, yeah, that's really impressive. That's a good cookie. Oh my goodness, folks, it's wagon wheels. Have you ever had a wagon wheel? Wagon wheels are some of the best things in the world, and I have had wagon wheels, like Americanized wagon wheels, but these are specifically Burton Biscuit Co.'s wagon wheels. And I can see some of the jam is already kind of falling out of this one a little bit, just on the side. You can also see the marshmallow there, so you can see marshmallow just eking out, a little bit of jam on part of that. Whoa. Oh, this is way different than what I'm used to, because the marshmallow actually tastes good. And the jam does a really nice thing here for it, because I'm tasting a lot of raspberry. So I don't know if they were all raspberry or if some of them were like a different variety, but these are very interesting. Whew, well, you know what? I'm getting thirsty here. So I think I better have myself some Unicorn Tears flavored soda. Extra taste, no sugar, Legend Edition. A secret recipe since 1901, brewed in Scotland. Sparkling, low-calorie flavored soft drink with sweeteners. May have an adverse effect on activity and attention in children. I love that. It's like, hey, we're not telling you that your kids are going to be like harmed by this, but we do want to let you know that your kids might not pay attention to you if you give them just a few too many of these. It definitely has no sugar in it. It tastes like a LaCroix in the sense that it is mostly just like a carbonated beverage. I would say this is better than a LaCroix, because LaCroix are famous for tasting like a hint of a banana was once in the box that shipped with the cans. This actually has a taste. It's definitely not orange. This is not orange. This is its own thing, but I cannot place it. Yeah, I cannot point to the flavor. I have no idea what in the world unicorn tier flavor actually is. Whatever the flavor is, that's it. Oh, that's hilarious. It's actually got something on the can that says scan here to tell us the flavor. Dude, it is simply unicorn tier flavored. Yeah, it's, you know what? I almost feel like this is a psyop. It's like they made the can orange and blue in order to make you think it was going to be orange flavored. And it's actually not. You know what? I got to tell you something though, real quick. I'm a big fan of, you know, sports and stuff. Is the Boise State Broncos. Look at that. Basically the same thing. Basically the same thing, right? For all the Boise State fans out there, everybody in Idaho is going to love the Irn Bru simply because our logos completely and totally match, and there's going to be no apologies for it. Good stuff. What in the world is this? Elton John limited edition Marmite. Marmite. Folks, what in the world is Marmite? Yeast extract spread fortified with B vitamins? Salt, vegetable juice concentrate? Is this like Vegemite? Marmite is a popular British savory, salty, and thick spread made from yeast extract, famously described as an acquired taste you either love or hate. Rich in B vitamins, is produced from spent brewery yeast. It's used thinly spread on toast, butter, in soups, or in cheese toasties. Well, we have to try it in that case. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use like a Tangy Tom. Remember the Tangy Tom, the one that looks like a cheese ball, but it's actually tomato flavored? I'm going to try just dipping a little bit of the Marmite on a Tangy Tom. So moment of truth. Pop the top. Can I? Oh, come on, Phixfox, be bold. Be brave. Be strong. Wow, I cannot do this. Okay. We got it. Oh, it smells so yeasty. Whoa, 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 not what I was expecting. Okay, not bad. Okay, that threw me for a loop. That was not what I was expecting. So there is just like a little bit in the top of the cap, so I'm going to dip a little bit in here. And we're just going to try, and we're just going to give this a little taste. I'm like a little bit scared of this one. Oh. Did not even do it. Maybe it was the initial smell, and now I might have ruined myself for Marmite for the rest of my life just because I had the one bad reaction with the initial smell. I should have like eased my way into it just a tiny bit more. Come on, Phixfox, you can do this. You're a man. Be a man. Whoa. 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 No. It's not that bad. It is not that bad. What is that flavor at the back of my throat? What is that? What is that flavor at the back of my throat? I don't want to like offend anybody if this is your favorite thing in the world, but oh my goodness, that is not something that my palate is acclimatized to at all. Maybe I just need to do like a cheese sandwich at some point. I'll do that, folks. This will not be the last I try this. Ooh, hopefully I'll let you know how it goes later. Okay, so my dear sweet wife walked in and she saw these, which are the Perry pigs. And so my wife saw these, Percy pigs, and they are made with real fruit juice. They just look like a candy of some kind, but they look like little pig-shaped, yeah, cute little pig-shaped things here. Look at that, you know, cute and small little pig-shaped. A little bit of like an oink oink going on there. Yeah. The ears are like a different kind of chewy than the rest of the face is. So really good. Really good. I like that. I think my kids are going to love these ones too. But my wife did already lay claim to these. So I think that this might be the only one I get. Now this one looks really, really special. This is a Galaxy Smooth Chocolate. Looks like it's like a Bright Future Smooth Chocolate, sort of a chocolate bar. And it seems like it's doing a pretty good job of just almost looking like a Willy Wonka variety. I mean, it's got a very lovely presentation. It's got these sort of wavy ridges to it. It looks like you can just pop off a row or two in this case. You know, so that's got like a really high presentation, like great value there. I'm not sold on the chocolate. This tastes more like the chocolate that I'm used to. And I guess that since we've had such a good rapport with the UK chocolate so far, I guess I just kind of expected that it'd be like a cut above. I don't know. At this point, I think that we're going to have to remember in this video that there's before and after the Marmite. Before the Marmite and after the Marmite, I think that my taste buds might have changed a little bit there. It's a Poppets toffee, which seems like, I don't know, just like a chocolate covered toffee. It says it's a trip to Hollywood. Win a trip to Hollywood. Could you imagine if I won a trip to Hollywood? I would just like steal that from some poor kid in the UK somewhere. Oh, it is toffee. Oh, it's a chewy toffee. Oh. Yeah, so it's a milk chocolate chewy toffee. I was expecting like a hard toffee, like something crunchy. And so when I bit into it, I was like, wait a second. Hold on. Now I got a feeling that this is my hard toffee here. It is a Dame bar. And Dame bar, it just feels like, looking at the packaging, that this is chocolate covered toffee. And it feels like it's broken in the middle once. And so because it feels like it's broken in the middle once, and like the way it's broken, I feel like I'm just gonna break a piece off. Yeah, it snaps when I break a piece off. There's that toffee. Okay. That's the kind of toffee I was expecting with the Poppets. Not a chewy toffee, but more of like an actual crunchy, like hard toffee. Now there are a bunch of Cadbury egg candies, and this one here is gonna be like the Boost Duo. And it looks like it's supposed to be, it's something I've never really seen before. Looks like it's gonna be a chocolate covered caramel bar with some biscuit. So I'm wondering if this is gonna be like similar to a Twix bar. Wow, that's really surprising. So it's got the caramel, it's got the chocolate. It does have like a tiny bit of biscuit in the middle, but it's more like a very, very thin rod of cookie rather than like a little actual cookie to have. I don't know how to describe this, but this is actually surprising. And folks, there's still a lot to go here. Like Jake absolutely went wild here, which I'm amazed at and I'm very, very grateful for. Like everywhere I look, there's more, there's just more, but I want to end on this one. So this is going to be Tunnuk's Real Milk Chocolate Caramel Wafer Biscuits. Like it just comes right out of the package. Again, everything is a big package and it comes out of a little package, and like the little package comes in like a wafer. Does it snap? Oh, can you hear that? Nice. Nice. And so this wafer, I love that. Yeah, because it's got like the wafer biscuits. My biggest problem with wafers in general is that it feels like they fall apart too fast. There's not like a lot of substance to them, but when it's held together with the caramel, that is a top tier quality snack. So folks, that's gonna wrap it up. And that was amazing. I love that Heroes of Might and Magic has brought so many wonderful people together. I'm so grateful that I've gotten to know Tundar and that we've gotten the opportunity to, you know, play his maps and enjoy the fruits of his labors from his great map making. I'm grateful that we've gotten to enjoy this friendship and man, dude, just shout out. Thank you. Thank you for the box. Thank you for the gift. My hope is that your young kid, that he enjoys very, very much, that he gets to be a part of this. And I'm grateful that he's helped with this. So tell you what, folks, here's my plan. My plan is that I feel like I simply must return the favor. I've got to reach back out, and we will have to plan. We will have to plan on sending whatever Americanized snacks we possibly can to the UK. It is the least I can do to return the favor on this beautiful, wonderful gift. And that's the thing about gifts, is I know that Tundar would say, hey, as a gift, don't worry about it. Like, there's no obligation to reciprocate and send one back. But that's actually my pleasure at this point. So I'm looking forward to hearing what Tundar has to say about it. We will see if the American tariffs end up making the package 12 times crazier than it ought to be. But one way or the other, folks, this was fun, and this was a wonderful little taste of the UK. Yes, even the Marmite. With that being said, take very good care of yourselves. Look after you, look after your friends, look after your family, near and far, in your country or somewhere across the world. Take very good care of each other, because if we don't, who will? My name is Phixfox, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye, everybody.